Bruce's big call Dinar Intel Thursday night, the 8th of May 25. Listen to the full version on the official DinarReport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Transcribed by Wiser, now emailed to recaps. Welcome everybody to the big call tonight. It is Thursday, May 8th. I love that number 8. Don't you sue, and yeah, you're listening to the big call. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thank you satellite team for getting the call out all over this globe. And thank you for yet another fun night for the big call to take place. Now, let's get into where we are. Intel wise, okay, we did hear that the quantum financial system is fully integrated. We keep hearing that, but I believe now it's completed. As of 5 p.m. today, everything was totally synced up at Eastern Time. Everything was fully synced and lined up and ready to go. We also heard they have our quantum cards delivered to the redemption centers. We kind of talked a little bit about that. I think it was on Tuesday or maybe last week. It was, and our quantum cards have our names on them already. They're expecting us to go to the redemption centers to the zip code where we live, most likely, and that's why they sent those to the redemption centers. They also have our so-called digital golden wallets ready, and that's what their talk said. Was that? Are we talking about cryptocurrency here? No, this is talking about the quantum account card would go in that. You know, that's what we use with the biometrics. Everything's lined up, biometrics, our new username password, the 5-digit PIN code that we come up with, and a new email and email password. Those 6 points are what determines our quantum card, so we can access our quantum accounts and move funds into accounts. Initially, we'll be able to move pretty good sum that will last us easily for the first 60 days. And then after that 60-day period, they're telling us, we will have access to all of our exchange. Now there are no structured settlements. That was old school. That was old stuff we heard a long time ago. It was from the deep state. It's going to be really, really good. We're going to have plenty of opportunity to move funds into our account and have we understand 3 different banks tied to the quantum card. So I'm using Wells and maybe add 1 or 2 more banks to it down the road. No rush to do it. You're also going to get a debit credit card that you will use your debit or credit card. Now that would be a Wells Fargo Bank credit debit card. Okay? Because the quantum account, you don't buy anything with it. It's kept in a very safe location, and you only use it when you're moving funds from your quantum bank account into your bank accounts. Get that clear in your mind how that works. Now everything is lined up and ready for us. President Trump, after he made his Oval Office press conference, let's call it today with the UK. The United Kingdom, which is 4 countries. It's England, it's Wales, it's Ireland and Scotland, those 4 countries in the United Kingdom. So we have a trade deal that they put together. This is the first official post-tariff trade deal that's been put together that was announced today. Everyone was happy. UK representatives were happy. President Trump was happy. We're all looking good, and that's just one of probably 100 deals that will be done. 100 deals. Now, talking about trade, our Treasury Secretary and I heard one other counselor say, Scott Bessent. Like I said, most people say Bessent. But I like Bessent. I'm sorry, Scott. Scott is headed over to Switzerland and probably already on his way to meet representatives from China to try to put a China trade deal together. I think he'll do a wonderful job that. And then maybe someone, I'm sure there are other people in his group, that will help assist that, President Trump. On the other hand, after this speech today in press conference, was on his way to Qatar. And remember, it's Qatar, Qatar. It's not Qatar. Qatar is Qatar, mosquito spray. Okay. This is Qatar, and that's how it's pronounced. Qatar was his first stop, and then his next stop is Saudi Arabia. And we think his third stop is Iraq. What would he do for Iraq tomorrow? We're hearing tomorrow at approximately 10 o'clock. It's not an official time, approximately 10 o'clock Eastern. We believe President Trump will be making an announcement about the revaluation of the Iraqi dinar. He's going to be in Iraq, and who will he accompany him in Sudani? Probably. He probably could be CBI representatives Iraq, or maybe even Sunil al-Shabibi. Maybe more, but I think we're looking for an announcement tomorrow about the revaluation of the Iraqi dinar, which is already taking place. Secondly, looking for something regarding Nasara and Gasera, about that. Maybe just a brief overview, maybe no depth on it. So just something there. So there's 123, there's also, we believe, going to announce the revaluation of currencies under the global currency reset. You might use that terminology to do something different, but basically announce that, and then the next possible announcement is about a peace deal with Hamas and Israel so that area can be started to be rebuilt. You know the difference between Palestine and Israel? I don't know. I know that we've got a 3-day ceasefire Ukraine with Russia. Russia didn't want to agree to a 30-day ceasefire. But I'm hoping that can be massaged a little bit. Maybe we could get to that. President Trump hates to hear about the war that's going on between Russia and Ukraine. And all the people up to about, he said, averaging about 5,000 young people dying every week over there. He said a real number could be more, is what he said today. So that's definitely something we want to get moved beyond. But the theory is that we get this announcement in Iraq tomorrow, and then we get notified shortly thereafter, and we start setting our appointments and begin our exchanges. Now, beyond that, I can tell you that Redemption Center personnel that we know of are on call, but in 930 tomorrow, in the Redemption Center. Justify those two concepts, they're on call, but you're going in at 930 in the morning tomorrow. Okay, I'm just gonna say they're going in at 930. Now Saturday. These same individuals in the Redemption Centers are going in at 9:15 a.m. on Saturday. Now, if we go Friday or we go Saturday, going to continue to go through Sunday, I don't know, it is Mother's Day, going to leave that open. We don't know. Theoretically, they would go right on through include Sunday, people would exchange and still have a Mother's Day celebration, even a big one after they exchange. So not sure about Sunday, but we do know Redemption Centers are planning to stay open, not everywhere, but for the most part, until the end of the month, May 31st. Okay, this month should be colossal for us. It should be a bundle for us. We should get increases in Social Security. Our Doge payment checks are some in the mail in the first 2 weeks. Well, we're wrapping up 1 week Saturday, the next week starts Sunday. So if you don't have one by the weekend, maybe you'll get a check next week. And then don't forget the R&R restitution reclamation allowance, or, however, whatever Rs you like, that's supposed to be for those of us who are exchanging at the Redemption Center. When we go in, we should ask about it. And I told you, if you had projects and if you had Zim and Dinar, are not offered the contract rate on the Iraqi Dinar and Zim, to go ahead and ask them for it. I understand there is a contract rate on the Dinar and they say yes. And they supposedly, if you do that, they have to give it to you. Kind of a back screen rate at the Redemption Center. That's a win for us to get that rate, pretty strong rate too. President Trump, you guys, a couple weeks ago, was trying to get Iraq to increase that by increasing their per barrel of oil price that they're selling their oil for. And I don't know that that's happened. And you know what? It really doesn't matter how high it is, it'll be terrific. It'll be a great rate. That's all we need to know. Rates have been solid on the screens through yesterday, and I think that we are in a good position now. Yeah, I hope we've had a celebration call. This is pre-celebration. We don't have the numbers yet, but I do believe if we should get started tomorrow or Saturday and get started with exchanges. If we don't start tomorrow, should start over the weekend, which is, to me, Saturday, Sunday. So that's what we're hearing in terms of the timing of this, our new timeline. Kind of excited about it going finally, because it looks like everything is really complete. Appears to be done. And the announcements here, when President Trump, believe was yesterday, said was yesterday. Was it Tuesday? Said that he was going to be making an earth-shattering announcement in a few days. He was usually 3 days. And, yeah, I look forward to tomorrow. I believe he made my announcement to us on Tuesday, and I brought up on the call. And I think that means that we're looking good for him to make that announcement tomorrow out of Iraq. So I'm going to be up in the morning looking for that. You know, I usually watch One American News or Newsmax. I don't really watch Fox. Or you'll be on Fox News probably. That will be the starting off going for us. Now, we would probably get the numbers out, put it on the website, of course, send out an email blast to everybody that wants toll-free number to make sure some people that may not have emails for theirs most out the email, then we can, call center with 800 and so on, and go right in, set appointments, right? Well, what if they don't have your email, or you've changed it, they don't have your doing, that's where we come in. We're supposed to fill in the blanks on the big call and let everybody know what it is. I was hoping I'd get the number before tonight, be able to share it on the big call. A lot didn't happen, but we probably need President Trump to make this announcement first tomorrow. Let's hope it is tomorrow. Let's hope it's around 10. Don't hold me to the time exactly. I've heard it should be made tomorrow morning, around 10, Eastern Daylight Time, so we'll see. I think we're that close, though, to letting it go. Alright, great weekend, ladies. Have a wonderful Monday, and let's just see if we get some notifications after President Trump does his speech, out of Iraq, tomorrow. Let's see what happens. Alright, God bless you guys, have a great weekend. Listen to the full version on the official DinarReport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: DinarRecaps.com